What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. It is Saturday. It is March 8th. We are back with another video. What's going on, everybody? Let's have a Saturday. If you've never been here before, hopefully you are in for a treat. So we do things a little bit differently than other YouTube channels or other Twitter people or TikTok people. Anytime there's at least 5 games on the slate, we have already ran 10,000 simulations in the morning, and we are going to give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. These are our early projections. They can and will change throughout the day, so if you are checking us out, make sure you continue to come to the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. It's right there. Check everything out under the NBA tab right there. From our Vegas odds all the way down to our cheat sheet. On the cheat sheet, we have at least 6 to 7 plays at each position for cash, 6 and 7 plays at each position for tournaments. That being said, some value plays will open up throughout the day. Like yesterday video, most of the value plays we already knew. It was OKC, and they absolutely demolished. One of our, I think it was our best lineup ever we built yesterday, hit 414. Jokic helping with 94, I think, on DraftKings. So that's part of what we do. We try to have giveaways every single day. Here's how to win. Like the video, be a subscriber to the channel, and you gotta leave a comment on this video for the comment picker to pick you up. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you will have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. That is a week of all sports. So starting today, that's NBA, that's MMA today, that's NASCAR tomorrow. Then that's the week of NBA, and we're close to baseball. We're so close to baseball. At the end of this video, I will link our partnership with Filebach, and that video, you can check that video, and I will link the whole playlist of MLB. I fully suggest looking back to last year. Check out one of the videos from 2024, I'd say, like in June, and we broke down the MLB slate every single day, pitchers, batters, everything. 45 minutes a day. It was really great. Second, if this video gets at least 100 likes, you'll have a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a free year. 200 or more likes, usually a lifetime pass. But what we're going to do today is, if we get to 150 likes today, I will give away a lifetime. I'll give away 2 lifetime passes. So that being said, if you are interested still through this weekend, if you guys want to get the yearly pass instead of $199, email me right now, dfshelp1@gmail.com. You can get it for $75. It's first come, first serve. We do not have a ton of passes left, so if you guys are interested, let me know. So we are going to see who the winners of yesterday's video are. So 58 likes, 36 comments. So if every single like left a comment, you would have a 1 and 58 shot to win. So the winner of just hitting the 50 likes, Snake Kingification. Snake Kingification. So congratulations. I believe that's the first time you've won, or I've seen this name before. So congratulations. Hit me up. If you do not have an account on the website, I need an email, username, and a password. If you do have an account, let me know. We will get you set up for your free week. So second way to win, we'll have a keyword somewhere in the video. Be on the lookout for it and type it in. Yesterday's was Friday, and we are going to see who uses that comment right there. William Fasanella. So close. You put Friday. It was Friday. So we're still going to re-roll it, and we are going to see who uses the promo or the code Friday. Rick Stanfield, it is Friday. Yes, it is. Or it was, I should say. Bob's Cards, Friday. Yes, guys, I said Friday out loud. I said Friday. Steven, we've never had this many people go through and not be a winner. Let's see. Snakification, had you had the keyword in that, you would have won. Michael Kennedy, same thing. Guys, what is going on? We've never had this before. Colin, there you go. Happy Friday. Congratulations to both of you. Listen for the keywords, guys. Just because it said Friday, it was Friday. Congratulations. Please email me. Let me know username, password, and email, and we will get you set up on the website. And on top of everything we go over, we are going to build a DraftKings lineup and a Fanduel lineup towards the end of the video. And we'll build you that one out. And hopefully we're able to help you bring home the bacon. So we did it yesterday. I had a lot of you comment. We have a free Discord down below as well. So that being said, let's look at the Vegas numbers real quick. This kind of helps us out to know if there's certain teams you want to target. So Rockets at Pelicans, 8.5 point spread for the Rockets, 229.5 over under. You got the Raptors versus the Wiz. Toronto's only 4.5 point favorite, 223.5 over under. You got Hawks at Pacers. Pacers be only a 2.5 point favorite, 243.5 over under. So that's a game I do want to target with the high over under. Bucks at the Magic. Bucks are a 6.5 point favorite and a low over under of 217.5. You've got Heat at Bulls. Heat 3.5 point favorite, 226.5. Warriors at Pistons. Warriors 6.5 point favorite, 234.5. And then Celtics Lakers. Boston 7.5 point favorite, 226.5. But we know the Knicks were favored and they were huge against the Lakers. Lakers have a lot of momentum right now. We got to get Luke in there. We got to get LeBron in there. There's some plays that we got to get in that game, and it's the late night hammer. I think we want to see some fireworks with that one. I think that one could be the highest scoring one. So that being said, we are going to go through position by position. So we give you 3 top, 3 mid, which is usually about 8K or below, and then value plays are usually about 5K or below. And the value plays will change throughout the day because we have you can see just the point guard, so many questionable and out people. We got screwed. We hit 413 and we had a couple of people go out hurt in yesterday's game, which kind of stinks. So we are looking at the point guard position. We're looking at Luka at the top. I'm looking at 55 to 60 fantasy point range out of him. 21st DVP against Boston in a premier matchup. Would not be surprised if he gets 60 plus in this one. You got Trae Young against Indy. Now, Trae Young is questionable as well, but he's probable. Same thing with Luka. I think he's going to carry that questionable tag probably all year and still play. So, got Trae Young 49 to 52 against Indy. Cade Cunningham against Golden State 48 to 52 himself. We go down to mid-tier, and you come right around, like I said, 8K in this area. I've got Austin Reeves 35 to 38 fantasy points, Dyson Daniels 34 to 36, and Derek White 34 to 36 as well. And then value, like I said, we talked about this. It's 5K or below for me. And a minimum of 5 times value, but you technically need about 6.5 to 7 times value, which we found a ton of those yesterday with the OKC bench with the price they were. So looking at the price wise here, Jordan Hawkins about 20 to 24 fantasy points. Dennis Schroeder, 19 to 22. Jamal Sheed, 3,500 against Washington. 28 DVP expected to start. We're looking about 19 to 24 fantasy points there. Okay, so we are going to move to the shooting guard position now. Now, looking at this, we're pretty good. RJ Barrett out, Kobe White questionable. Kobe White he's probable. So yeah, a lot of these questionable guys. This is where I'm going to tell you, personally, I'm going to start slowing down on betting on NBA and playing DFS for NBA. We're part of the season where we're getting to the last month before the playoffs start, the play-in tournament. People are sitting, and it's annoying making your lineups and then having to change so many of the lineups throughout the day. So I'm going to gear up towards baseball, but I know a lot of you guys are playing and ready to play, so I wanted to give that to you. So looking at the top of shooting guard, we got Tyler Hero against Chicago, 29 DVP, a fantastic DVP. Only one is better than that one, 42 to 45 fantasy points. Jaylen Brown in what I think will be a shootout, Boston versus the Lakers, as long as every stud plays. 10th DVP, so not the best, but 41 to 45. Trey Murphy the third against Houston, 4th DVP, but 37 to 40 fantasy points. Then we get down in this little area for mid-tier picks. Not a huge there, but you got Jalen Green right here against New Orleans, 23rd DVP, 34 to 36 fantasy points. Kobe White against Miami, 34 to 36 as well. We're dropping down to Brandon Podziemski against Detroit, 13th DVP, 29 to 32 as well. Then we try to find some value. We got to navigate all these questionable and out people already, which is wild. There's so many. We use Neesmith. Was it last game? He put up 35 fantasy points at 4,800. Huge. We did really well with that one. He's questionable but probable. I'm looking at Naismith again against Atlanta. 29 DVP, 26 to 30 fantasy points. Cole Anthony against Milwaukee, 25th DVP, 26 to 30 fantasy points. Carlton Carrington against Toronto, 23rd DVP, 24 to 26 as well. So let's move to the small forward. Let's see who, James is questionable. He's going to have that questionable tag I think he's had it every single game this year. He's probable he will play. Put up 62 against them last time. Now he's got a premier matchup against Boston. Only put 47 there in that game. But again, it's him and Luka and everybody else against the world. You got RJ Barrett out. Wiggins is already out. Hachimura is out. Is Wiggins completely ruled out? Yeah. So he's ruled out for Friday. He has not been ruled out yet. But he missed 5 straight games with a sprain. He'll probably be out, I would assume. So looking at this small forward position, you got LeBron James at the top, currently right now 50 to 55 fantasy points. Now, second DVP, so not the best matchup for him, but we know he's kind of matchup proof when he's not flopping, which is not too often. You got Jason Tatum at 10,200. I haven't wanted to use him much this year. He did just dominate for us the other day. He's got a really good matchup, 29th DVP here, 50 to 55 fantasy points. And then we've got Franz Wagner against Milwaukee, 23rd DVP, 42 to 48 fantasy points. Now, we are going over just some of these plays. If you want to see even more, go to the website. The link will be down below. We'll have an article today with even more plays at each position. On top of that, we've got a free Discord down below as well, so make sure you check that out. Now, looking at mid-tier for small forward, you got Jimmy Butler, 7,800 against Detroit, 20th DVP, 36 to 40. Kyle Kuzma going up against Orlando, 6th DVP, 34 to 38. And Karis LeVert, who is questionable. I wanted to check this out to see if it's out or probable. Left knee. So if Karis LeVert is in, kind of pay attention. Currently 22nd DVP, so a great matchup at 5,500, 28 to 32. But let's monitor to see if he is ruled in or out. And he might already be ruled out depending on when you watch this video. It just depends on when you guys get to this video. I would suggest hitting the bell notification so you guys know when we go live or when these videos go live themselves. So then we find value down here. So trying to navigate all these questionable guys as well. Moses Moody, 23 to 25 fantasy points. Malik Beasley against Golden State, 16th DVP, so basically right in the middle. We're looking about 22 to 25. And then Duncan Robinson against Chicago, 21st DVP. We're looking about 22 to 25 fantasy points themselves. Then we get to the power forward. Go up to the top. We got Giannis at the top, questionable. He's just like LeBron. He's got that questionable tag every single day. He's going to play. It's been a little about 3 stretches down. We need, at 11,200, we need 70. Currently, right now, projected second DVP, so not the best, 55 to 60 fantasy point range. Paolo Banchero, we're looking against Milwaukee. First DVP, so not a good matchup for him. But he's sub 10K. We're looking about 46 to 48. Then we got Bam Adebayo against Chicago. 22nd DVP, 43 to 47 fantasy points. Then we move here to mid-tier, and we look at that, and we are going through here, and we look at the power forward mid-tier. Looking at mid-tier, and depending on where you're at, what you want to go with, and there's not a ton of mid-tier options today. But we're looking at Tobias Harris, who is questionable. 32 to 35. He's got a great matchup, 24th DVP. Tari Eason against New Orleans, 27th DVP, 32 to 35 as well. And Kelly Olynyk, 27 to 30 fantasy points. Now, we go down the list even further to find some value down here. Not a ton to find, not a ton that I love yet, but again, throughout the day, value is going to open up, and that is where we take advantage of it. So don't build your lineups in the morning and then forget about them. You need to take advantage of them all throughout the day and find the value probably about an hour or two before tip-off. So if we look at this, we got Zach Rishasher, 14th DVP, 22 to 25. We got Georges Niang, who absolutely murdered it for us. Was it last game? Last game against Indy, we used him. We were all over him at 4,100, put up 37.5. Huge value and helped us build all around. And then Carlo Matakovic, 18 to 24 fantasy point range there. Now we move to the center position. We are looking at what center position, what players do we want at this position. So Alperen is at the top, New Orleans, 29th DVP, 50 to 55 fantasy points. Best DVP, almost best DVP matchup and under 10K, I would take that all day. Miles Turner against Atlanta, 10th DVP, 37-42. Kristaps Porzingis, who is questionable. Let's see if he's questionable or okay, I'm out on Porzingis. It could be his 5th game missed. So we'll move down to Draymond Green against Detroit, 19th DVP, 35-38 fantasy points. We move down the list to mid-tier right in this area as well. We got Jalen Duren, 34-38. Onyeka Okongwu, 32-35. Zach Collins, 30-35 fantasy points. And then if you are one of those crazy people that like to find value and pay down at center, I don't normally do this. You could look at, depending on how far down you want to go, you could look down here. Quentin Post, 20 fantasy points, 19 DVP. It just depends on the minutes they get. That's the problem. When you find value and they're not already projected to start, kind of like what we saw with OKC yesterday, you need basically about 20 minutes off the bench, and that's really hard to do. That's why I usually pay up at center. But Quentin Post, 20 fantasy points. Clint Capella, 13th DVP against Indy. If he gets in there, I don't know if he will, 20-24 fantasy points. And then Orlando Robinson, we used him yesterday. He's got the best matchup for his center, 30th DVP against Washington, 20-24 fantasy points. Now, I wanted to look at so he is 3,400. The minutes is what I wanted to look at yesterday. Played 25 minutes yesterday, 24 fantasy points. That's basically what you need, 1 fantasy point per minute. He's had 4 straight games of 20-plus minutes, 21-plus minutes technically. He's hit value 2 of those 4 games. He is priced at 3,400, so he would be a value option there and a fantastic option against Washington. So it is Saturday. Those are just some of the picks. They're not all of them. If you want to see all of them, you got to go check out the website, fantasyteamadvisors.com. The link is down below in the description. Also, the link to our absolutely free Discord if you guys want to check that out. So looking at that, before we build the lineups, the keyword of the day is ouch. OUCH. And I say that because right before I went to bed last night, I got news that Garrett Cole is having his elbow looked at again, which is the same elbow. It's his thrown elbow. It was the same as last year. Wasn't a fun year, and I thought he did pretty well Thursday. Did not. Tommy John's probably in his future. I'm very sad about it. Everything's falling apart in the season as it started, but I still love MLB. So we are going to build you a DraftKings lineup and a Fanduel lineup. I've already built the Fanduel lineup. If you want to check it out, pause the video and check that out right there. It is there for you. These are early builds. What I tell everyone is don't look at these builds and then end and not do anything with it, because that being said, things change. And these are tournament builds only. These are not cash. We do not build these for cash. But yesterday, we absolutely killed it. A lot of value. No, there's very high-scoring games, but we put up 414 on DraftKings, or on Fanduel, which is, I believe, our highest we've ever put up. So I'm very excited about that. So lock that in on Fanduel, and then our DraftKings lineup. We've talked about most of these plays. We're going to play them. There's our tournament plays, and some of these plays come off of our article that we haven't talked about, which you can find down below as well. So we'll go Kuzma, we'll go Tariq Eason, we'll go Draymond Green, we'll go with Tyus Jones, be a value that or Trey Jones. When I look at him, he's got 30+ minutes both games, 30+ fantasy points. He's 4,600, so his price has dropped down a little bit. So if you look at Trey Jones, he's got 14 DVP, so not the worst DVP matchup. We're looking right now about 5.8 times value. I don't mind him whatsoever. I don't think a lot of people will be on him unless there's a lot of people that watch this video today. And then we've got 6,600 for a utility. I'm looking at Miles Turner. I like that matchup for him. So that is a tournament lineup for DraftKings. That is a tournament lineup for Fanduel. We've built out all the projections. Those will be on the website. We've done 10,000 simulations, and by the time by the time we put all of our content on the website, we will have done 20,000 simulations for you. So that is what I've got. Let's have a great Saturday. We've got NBA today. We've got MMA today. Tomorrow we've got NASCAR. Then we've got NBA all week. We're very excited to bring you as much as we possibly can. So if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Go check out fantasyteamadvice.com. $10 for a week, $30 for a month, normally $200 for a year. But if you email us and say you want the $75 yearly pass, you can pay PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. We will get you set up for a year for only $75. So that is what I've got. Let's have a great Saturday. Good luck, whether or not you're playing NBA, MMA, your DFS, or sports betting. Let's have fun.